Hey everybody, it's Bishop Quasi Smith, and it's good to come on and greet you all here. I'm going to just give a few moments. This is a live video on our Facebook platform that I am recording for you all. I've had many questions regarding our re-entry and how things will be and what things will be, and so I just want to come on here and take a moment of addressing what our plans are and what we have discussed with the staff. And so if you can just jump right on and share this on whatever platforms you are. I just want to discuss with you my concerns and what it is that we have planned for you all. And so if you can jump right on, again, this is for the family. I know I see folks coming in, that are visitors of the church or whatever. That's fine. You can listen in so you can kind of hear what we're doing at the Grace Church. But let me say to you, to the Grace family, particularly the San Diego campus, I love you all. I miss you all immensely. Lady Tiffany and I, we miss you immensely, and the kids, everybody. Worshiping with you in person. I understand how critical that interpersonal relationship is. We're human beings, and it's a part of what we do. We interact with one another, and especially when it comes down to worship and particularly the way we worship, interaction is critical. Nobody has church like we have church, and it's good, and it's necessary, and it's needful. But we have a very diverse church. Our campus is located in a city that is very transient, people in and out all of the time. The military men and women that are part of our church, and a great number of healthcare workers that are essential workers that are part of the ministry. Folks like me that travel in and out every week, twice a week for church. It makes our dynamic a little more difficult than other dynamics. We have a lot of seniors in our church. Our oldest member, Mother Collins, just turned 95 or 4 or something like that just a couple weeks ago. You have Mother Dorsey and others that are well into their 90s, that are faithful members, attenders of the church. And we're also a very diverse church, even across ethnicities, Black, Latino, Filipino, who all have different living situations. Everybody doesn't live at home with just a wife, 2 kids, and a puppy. Some people, live in the house with their families and live at home with elderly people. And so I've had to take all of these things into account as your pastor, as your bishop, when considering what to do and how to do it. We haven't met together for worship since the first Sunday in March. That's a long time, y'all. It is a long time. And nobody signed up for pastoring, at least I didn't, thinking that I would ever have a time frame where I've been 90 days away from the people that I pastor and haven't been able to meet with them personally. And so, but I'm grateful for the Lord for the opportunities that we've had to worship together and to pray together on Facebook Live. I'm grateful to the Lord for the Phoenix campus that has led out in the worship and taken the brunt of things there. Of course, they're a younger church. When I say younger, I'm talking about younger, where they got a whole bunch of young folk, you know what I mean? And they've taken it head on, and I'm grateful to them. Of course, we had the thing with Pastor Toby, and he's doing well at home convalescing, and I expect to have him back in church, maybe not in the pulpit, but certainly in church by next Sunday, not tomorrow Sunday, but next Sunday. And so things are moving along, and we're getting things situated here. And so what does that mean for you, Grace San Diego? What that means is this. I've had several conversations with critical elders, or critical leaders, I should say, pastors, elders of the church. We've had some very robust conversations over the last several weeks as to what we want to do there. Before I discuss what we're going to do, let me discuss what we are not going to do. We are not going to heed sound wisdom. We are not going to put you in any type of danger. We are not going to do anything that would endanger you or anyone that you have to go home to. And again, my decision is very measured. It's very responsible. And I think it speaks to the times and the moments that we are in. And again, so I take all of this advice that we're getting from the CDC and from the World Health Organization, from our mayor in our city, from the Southern California area, even from Governor Newsom, our governor, and I kind of take it and put it all in a vacuum, even from spiritual leaders that I sit under and I'm responsible to, accountable to, Bishop Blake and Bishop McClendon and others, and I just kind of take it all in a vacuum and I come up with the best decision for the people that I'm responsible for. And obviously I take it all into prayer. And so this is what the plan is moving forward. Over the last week and this week, I released the music department at San Diego campus. This is specific to San Diego campus because Phoenix campus has its own track that it's on. They're going to sit in what I'm calling phase 2 for a while before they open up fully and let people start coming in with guidelines, because we still have to make sure that Pastor Toby is all the way strong, particularly as it relates to San Diego. I released the music department last week to go back in the sanctuary and start rehearsing, getting ready so that we can start taping services live again from the Phoenix campus. I've authorized the purchase of upgraded video equipment and things that we need, $6,000 or so worth of stuff, so that we can make sure that the aesthetics and everything that we need to do is excellent, that we have an excellent presentation. We've always had excellent worship. We've always had excellent word, but we want to make sure that now in this new post-pandemic world, or it's not even post-pandemic, but going back into church post-pandemic, we want to make sure that everything is done in excellence. So I've authorized the purchasing of equipment to make sure that our video presentation is excellent and the sound, so that people that choose to remain in the online audience for a time, or that have to stay in the online audience for a time because they are vulnerable, making sure that everything that you need is excellent, that what you're seeing on the screen is pleasing to the eye. I've authorized that. They've been rehearsing, or they've been released to rehearse last week, this week, just to see the media team, the med team, and the music department. The last couple of weeks getting things ready. At this point, it is the plan. And please understand that all of this still is fluid, because if stuff goes off the rails again and the governor or whomever it is shuts stuff down, then we're going to be law-abiding citizens. We're not going to be reckless in our faith or any of that stuff. But if things shut down again, it's kind of fluid. I'll let you know as it happens. The plan is over the next couple of weeks to kind of gradually phase things in. Our sanctuary in San Diego sits 800 people, okay? And so I can spread folks out. We're trying to keep everything under that 25% range. So if you do math better than I do, I think 25% of 800 is about 200 people, if I'm correct, spread out, that you can still maintain social distancing. You can still get people 6 feet apart and whatnot. So the plan is to get to that point. This is how it's going to happen. The music med team has already started. This coming Sunday, not tomorrow Sunday, but next Sunday, Father's Day, I will be coming to San Diego, believe it or not, to do live taping there with the worship team and everything else. So we'll be airing live from there. In that session, the first week or so, till we can gauge ourselves, it'll just be me, the med team, the music team, the media team, okay? A few staff folks, key leaders, so that we can make sure that we got people transitioned right, that we're making sure that the building is cleaned properly, and that we have entrance points and egress points are all mapped out to make sure that we have all of the strategies in place to keep you safe. It's going to take us a week or two to get in there to test that out and to get things going. It's our plan to do that for the next 2 weeks, 3 at the most, to see how it goes. Then by July 1st, maybe the first Sunday in July, I'll release an announcement inviting those that choose to, that they can come and worship in the sanctuary. However, once service starts at 9, the doors will close at 9:30, okay? Once you're in, you're in. Can't leave out until it's time to go. The hospitality team is taking great precautions in getting the building clean, everything sanitized appropriately like it's supposed to. We purchased chair covers that are disposable, that can be removed. We want you to, and I'll give you some with hand sanitizers and all of the stuff to make sure that everything is situated to where you are safe. Again, you are my priority. We've had to change some protocols, even with people on the stage, like folks that are on the praise team. You have your own microphone now. Ain't no swapping mics and none of that other stuff until we figure out what's going on. And so we're going to spend a week or two getting that and making sure that's in place. By first Sunday, we will plan on being able to invite everyone that wants to come, that chooses to come back in to worship with us again. But again, with 25%, the building sits 800. It will be capped at 200. After that, it's just stop. If it gets to the point where we have to do multiple services to accommodate everybody, then we're willing to do what we need to do. But we're going to keep the building capacity to 25% or less. Okay. There'll be hospitality team has put in strategies to keep people from bumping into each other in the restroom, and the restroom being clean between folks using it, and there'll be people on site. Everybody will enter through one room in one door, go out the same direction. There'll be no gathering in the public places, in the common areas. You know how we normally have the food and that stuff set up. All of that stuff is suspended for the time being. There'll be no children's ministry. There's no way we can socially distance children and keep them away. So the children's ministry is still suspended until further notice. Even once July 1st gets there, it's going to be suspended for some time. Okay. There'll be a section in the sanctuary. Again, we said 800 people, so we got plenty of space. Section particularly for older folks and people that may think they're vulnerable to where kids. We don't want kids mingling with them. You're going to be required to sit with the people you came to church with, okay? Sit with your family, sit with who you live with, right? Going to be no hand-laying altar calls on days where we have to take communion. Your elements are going to be given to you at the front door, and you'll take them and dispose of them on your way out so that we're not transitioning anything. Normally, when you come up, you give offering, and they swipe your card and all that stuff. I've authorized the purchase of kiosks that'll sit up at the front. You can come up and process your own payment. There'll be somebody to clean it off before the next person comes up. And so we put a whole lot of measures in place. I'm not going to go over all of them on this, but they'll be posted on the website. They'll be posted here on Facebook. They'll be posted in our app. So if you haven't downloaded the Grace Unlimited app, make sure you go download it, because that's where all of the information is going to be. We have taken great precautions to make sure that you are safe. We have an entire med team that will be on site, real registered nurses and folks. When you come in, your temperature is going to get checked. If you have a fever, we don't mean to be insulting, but we're going to turn you away. If you have a fever, I don't care if it's low grade or no grade. If you have a fever, we're going to turn you away. If you have cold symptoms, and there will be actual health professionals there that will be checking you and making sure that you're not symptomatic. And you will have a mask. You'll be required to wear a mask inside unless there's some health reasons that determines that you should not wear a mask. We're going to require you to wear a mask. You need to shout, take it off, shout, put it back on, and keep on moving. But we want you safe. We're going to cut down the time of the service. We normally have 90-minute services. We're going to cut it down to about 75 minutes, possibly just 60 minutes. But we want to make sure that you are safe. And again, I've authorized the purchase of whatever we need to do aesthetically to make sure that our online experience for our e-worshipers stays sound and solid. So there's taken a lot of prayer and a lot of consideration. I miss you all too. I never imagined I've been pastoring for a long time. This month on the 21st, whenever that is, I'll celebrate 19 years as a bishop in the Lord's church, entering into my 20th year of consecration. I never imagined in a million years having to give a video like this, or to preach for 3 months across the screen. I just, but the Lord has kept us. The Lord has met us. I've enjoyed His grace, and I've enjoyed His power with you all. And again, like I said, I'm hopeful about getting back together with you all. But again, I want to keep you all safe. And so you make sure I'll give you the green light when it's time to go. Remember, the first couple of weeks, not tomorrow Sunday, but Father's Day Sunday and the Sunday after that, I think there's 4 Sundays in this month. It's just the staff, okay? The staff, med team, hospitality team, media team, folks like that, so we can make sure that the plans are functioning right, so that when we invite you, the people of the Lord, to come to worship, that choose to, that things are safe for you. We're targeting the first Sunday in July. Now, I said it before, I want to say it again so that I'm not misquoted. The situation is fluid. You do know what I mean when I say fluid, right? It's fluid. That means if these cases and numbers and stuff still rising, or there's some type of danger that appears, I may adjust on a dime, okay? And say, nope, we're gonna scale back, okay? It's a day-by-day situation at this point. My primary objective is to keep you safe, okay? As a leader, I'm going to keep you safe. I'm not going to make a silly decision. But again, we need to see the house of the Lord in San Diego. And a part of that is getting back in there, taping, so you can see home, you can see church there. And then we'll move and start gently opening that valve and allowing some worship, maintaining social. And again, if that requires us to go to multiple services, I'm game. I might have to sign y'all service. You at the 2 o'clock service, you at the 3 o'clock service, but I want to keep you all safe, okay? And I hope you hear my heart and you hear the fact that I love you and I'm concerned. Thank you for your patience. I haven't seen y'all since the beginning of March. That's a long time, okay? Well, let me rephrase. I've seen y'all on here, but I'm talking about in person. Haven't been able to bridge since the beginning of March, but it's time to kind of try to open things back. I want to say open, re-enter back into the sanctuary, and we've taken great precautions. You're going to be very blessed by what the leadership team, the pastoral staff has done to put things in order for you. The music department, Pastor Bo and his team, the music team. So we're getting everything back in place. So next Sunday, not tomorrow, we'll still be taping jointly live from the Phoenix campus. Next Sunday, there'll be 2 services, 2 separate services. Phoenix campus and San Diego campus will be airing separately. I will be at the San Diego campus. Wednesday night midweek services, for right now, will stay together, okay? Both campuses will stay together, and we'll tape that still from here in Phoenix until we get our legs under us and see where this thing is going, all right? I said a lot. There's a whole lot more I could say. I don't want to get into all of the details of the plans. If you have questions about the plan, download the app. Hey, Jorge, man, I've been praying for you. Sorry, I've been praying for him. If you have questions that you want to answered for you, put them in the app. Myself or one of the other staff persons that are appointed to that area of responsibility will answer them for you, but put them in the app. Don't put them on Facebook. This is family business. It ain't business for the world, all right? Download the app on your phone. Put the questions in the app, okay? And somebody that's appointed to that area of responsibility will answer those questions for you if you have questions about our re-entry, getting the family back together, okay? All right, I love you. I'll see you in the morning at 10 a.m. Still a joint service with all the campuses in the morning at 10. Father's Day will be at 9. San Diego will. Phoenix will be at 10, all right? So I'll see you in the morning back here. Thank you for keeping me in your prayer. It's been a long day. I had to bury a relative today, Tiffany's cousin, and then got news that my dear friend, my brother, Bishop McGee passed away while I was in doing that funeral. They called me out there to tell me that he had passed away, so I have to go to New Orleans next week, a week or so to funeralize him. So thank you for your thoughts and prayers. It's been a long day. I'm kind of tired. I was going to get dressed up and put on some stuff and, and do all kind of fancy stuff to get this stuff out. Listen, y'all, I've had enough for one day, okay? I just want to settle myself down, get me a root beer float or something, and sit here and rest for a minute, all right? I love you. I'll see you in the morning for worship. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the app. Download the app, Facebook. I'll stay consistent in your giving and stuff. We can get through this together, and we're gonna be fine. All right. I love you all. Hey, Jessica, Mel. I see all of you all on here. Lisette. Hey, I'm smiling. Hi, Tamika, Patricia, Cassandra. I see you all on here. Blessings to you. Hey, Linda. I see you all. Blessings to you all. All right. I love you, and I'll see you in the morning. Let's worship the Lord together. All right. Blessings to you.